the Mo Gatorade.
Not as bad.
The D's
Not as
on
bad
the,
as
the
the- are
D's
you
on the
sure?
Not as
D's
bad.
on the plexiglass.
That's justice for street justice, as we call it, for someone who is thieving from me. That's different.
Okay. Okay.
That's
and drawing peckers on plexiglass, to me,
All
that's
right,
nothing.
now we're
That's
just running down my
but
criminal
that's-
history.
No, that's just fun. Monica brought that up. I just think that one's funny.
Monica drew one too.
I think dropping your
I
jewels in
erased
somebody's Gatorade bottle is special. So now, if you're going to tell me it's whatever happened yesterday is more heinous than this, you definitely have my attention.
When this first occurred to me, John Setting, essentially, he told me, he came in here during the first break, and he goes, can you do me a favor? Would you go over to the water fountains and call me live on the show and be my man on the streets? And I went, yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah, why wouldn't I? So he told me, he goes, I got to tell you, someone's probably should get fired for what just happened. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm all in, right? You got me. So I'm like, let's
You're
go.
like full time. Who's
Yeah,
going?
Exactly. Someone can get knocked
Whose
off the payroll.
whose benefits am I stealing?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, let's go. So call him on the show, and then he immediately goes, can you walk in the men's bathroom? I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. Obviously, you don't want to go in there and you don't think there's like, a naked girl waiting for you, you know? It's something
Right.
crazy. So I walk in there and immediately hit with the smell.
Okay.
He tells me to go in the first stall.
A bathroom smell.
Bathroom smell. Go to
Okay.
the first stall, and he tells me to look in it, filled to the brim. With
Like filled to the brim, like it's like the toilet. Somebody tried to flush it and it didn't go down, and it just
I don't even think that was it. I think it was
they just left it.
so yes.
How high was the water?
So I'll put it this way. I looked over real quick, immediately started gagging, and like
Understood. How high was the water? Because that'll tell you right then and there whether somebody might have gone and flushed and then didn't think twice about it, and the bowl was busted and it didn't flush.
yeah.
Because
So
if the water was that high, that's what happened. If the water wasn't that
And it
high,
went down
but you're
and it went
saying
back up.
and you're saying it was full to the top, then somebody didn't flush.
Like, was it This is so gross, by the way. It was liquidy, full to the top, which means there was water. It tried to go down, but it got stopped. And
that's
then,
what I just said.
Yeah.
the best way I could put it was there was 3 different stages of feces.
Horror.
Yes. You wanted it in this style, you got it. You wanted it in that style, you got it. You wanted it in this style, oh, we had that too. Stuff in it, yes, we got you covered here. So immediately disgusted, want to puke, go back into the studio, and John's like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry to put you through that, but that's
He's
what
not
happened.
sorry he put you through
I
that.
love how he didn't tell you what to expect.
Yeah.
He's not sorry.
Yeah.
He just wanted somebody to have the same pain he had.
Exactly. So he's like, I'm sorry to
Misery
put you
loves
in this.
company. That's how that works.
So he goes, fireable offense? I go, absolutely. 'Cause
Well, like I said, it's only a fireable offense if somebody just did it and left it. If they finished their business, turned around, flushed, walked out, washed their hands and whatever, and left, that just means that the bowl was busted
okay.
and it didn't flush.
Love where your head's at. So
Look at me trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt.
we start calling up people because we have people in our head, suspects in our head. First person we call, Jason Meter. He doesn't answer.
What are you going to say? What are you going to call the boss, and say? Like, what was the plan? What were you going to, what's the words that are going to come out of your mouth?
Hey, someone needs to be fired, and here's why.
Okay, that's okay. All right.
So he didn't answer. John Brennan answers.
Sucker.
And we immediately tell him the story. He's like, it sounds like, yes, you guys are on the right track. Someone should be held accountable for this. So we get John Brennan to walk from his office all the way over to the bathroom to check out the work.
You make it sound like he had a pack of lunch.
Well,
Oops. Sorry, that's me.
that's right. So we're only doing the show. It's fine. So we get over to the bathroom, and he looks in it. He's disgusted. He's blown away. But even worse than that, he said he flushed it, and it immediately all went down. So to your point of maybe someone flushed it, didn't go down, it immediately went down. There was no blowback from it.
Okay. Or you know what else it could have been? Have you ever like done a half a flush where you didn't just hit it? You didn't hit it the whole way,
Yeah.
and then so it didn't go down. It just like the water part came. I mean I don't know. Do we know who did this? Let's get to the
So
meat.
before I even went back to the studio, I see Drew and Dave in the kitchen area. Dave's one of our engineers, and I go to Drew. You got to take a look at this first stall. And he's like, "What?" And I pull him in, and he looks and he goes, "Ooh, that's unfortunate. Someone had a bad weekend," and he leaves. And I'm like, "That's not enough from Drew Garabo. I expect more from him." So I bring it up to John Senning, and he thinks it's weird too. But we have our main suspect.
And your main suspect at that point is
Honestly, it was one of our engineers. It was this kid who usually uses the bathroom stalls. He's kind of on a pattern, so I'm like, it must be him, right? And we didn't want to say anything at the time.
okay.
Drew comes into the studio and we talk about it. Drew admits it was him. He left it in there and went on with his day.
Why?
And he claims he flushed it and it didn't go down. Well, he says he gets up and the toilet flushes for itself and he heard it flush, so it's out of his issues, right?
That's
So
right, because you do have you
your
guys
back
do
is
have that
to it.
fancy automatic flushing stuff.
Well, here's the thing with that. I understand what he's saying because why wouldn't you just assume it flushed if you hear the flushing sound? Like you're not going to stand there and watch it and whatever. So and his
Right.
back is to it. I totally get that. I will say in his defense, I guess that. I do it. I don't like stand there and stare, but because I go into the ladies' room sometimes, and there will be not necessarily that, but like toilet paper or a little bit of pee or whatever. I'm like, how do people not know that this didn't flush down? So, don't you at least make sure it went down or whatever? So I know it happens with pee, so I can imagine it would happen with that
Right.
as well.
I mean, his defense was, "What do you want me to do? Stick my hand in there and start plunging it out?" I'm like, "Okay, got a good point." It's kind of
No,
a
but
good point.
you can go to somebody whose job it would be to deal with that.
I'm not putting that in JoJo's lap.
I'm not saying it's JoJo's problem. I don't know whose problem it is to fix, but it's somebody, I don't know. See, I come from the world where I always turn around and look and make sure. Always.
Yes.
Always. But I'm also living in a world where we don't have that fancy automatic flush stuff. So I have no choice but to turn around.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, the thing is, and a lot of times, and in his defense again, a lot of times, I will be peeing still, and then it starts.
And it flushes.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's happening? It makes it sound like I'm flushing 3 times to get something down. I'm literally just peeing. It's doing it on its
Right.
own. It's unpredictable.
I was surprised how quick John went from, "We need to fire this guy," to Drew and goes, "Oh, okay." My bad. My bad.
What's he gonna do? So are you saying John was maybe intimidated? Is that what you're saying?
For sure was. He for sure backed down. Because John, you don't know this. John absolutely hates anything to do with this type of stuff. Seeing it, hearing it,
Who
talking about
doesn't?
it. Yeah.
No, but he's got like he's extra. He's like me after my ex. Like we're gun shy. We're
PTSD?
traumatized. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't.
Do we find? But now, Diz, your job on the next show when you sit down with Senning is to find out why. You need to get into the psychology of why he's like that.
He's not going to talk about it. He hates it so much. I can't. I don't see him going into detail. I mean, maybe he will. Maybe Gareth can get out of him, but I don't
Right.
see him doing
gotta-
that because he doesn't like to talk about it.
You don't like to talk about a lot of things, yet we end up dragging it out of you. It just takes, it takes tact.
It was funny how he was immediately like, "All is forgiven." I was like, wait a minute. You said calling for heads.
You said calling Jason Meter.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot.
So would you say now, upon further review, that yesterday we unfolded one of the most heinous crimes in CMG history? CMG history is a little bit of an oversell?
No, still. Flush your stuff.
Is John Brennan okay? Is he seeking psychological help?
I'm surprised he went and flushed the stuff. If I'm the boss, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
He's like,
At
this
all.
can go. Well, this can go either way. Listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown, man.
Yeah.
You want to go into management? This is they don't put this part in the brochure, but it's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of it. How's the ladies' room been lately, there, Monifa?
Well, what's weird is yesterday, in the morning, I'm here early, and I would say between the 6 and 7, or maybe 7:30 hour, it wasn't anything like you're describing, but there was definitely something in there, and the water was a brownish hue. and it was gross. So, and it was in the
So-
middle stall.
So Drew got both of them?
The question is, did Drew bomb both bathrooms?
No, because this was before he was here. This was like at 6 a.m. or maybe 7 at the latest. It was early.
So people just
so
don't
then,
flush here?
as we know, it can only really be two
Oh.
other people.
Oh.
It can be a Marconi winner or Carmen
Oh.
if it wasn't you.
It was not
Dun,
me.
dun,
I went in, and
dun.
to be honest with you, I didn't go into the middle stall for the rest of the day for fear it was still there. I don't need to see that. It was disgusting.
Oh. It can't be Sam. Because she's
no
not in the
longer
building
here.
yet.
That's
Yeah.
true. Mhm.
Who is your guest, Monica?
I didn't guess. I just got the hell out of there and didn't think about it until you mentioned that. And now I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know who it is.
What time was this at?
I
Again, it
do.
was like either between 6 and 7. It was maybe 7:30. It couldn't have been any later than 7:30.
Here's the thing, though. I think, and I'm not saying I know her very well, but I think if it was Carmen, she'd own it. She'd
What
own
if
it.
she didn't know?
I don't think the Marconi Award winner would own it.
Oh, stop. Let's not pick on Ann Kelly.
I'm not picking on. We're just listen.
She
we
would
just did
be-
a whole thing, and we were going to try and figure out who it was. And Dizzy brought it. So if the same thing happened in the ladies' room, and it was early in the morning, there's 3 ladies in the building. It's
Seriously?
you.
Yeah.
It's Ms. Marconi. And
I
it's
think Ms.
Carmen.
Marconi is thoroughly disgusted by that sort of thing. I feel like she'd
we're
be
all
like,
we're all disgusted by
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no
I would
one's
like to
proud.
think that everybody that works in the building wouldn't be doing that on purpose. We're all adults. That's why I'm thinking I'm buying Drew's story of where he heard it flush and walked out.
does he
Well,
get,
he looked. He said it didn't go down, so he was going to wrestle around with it.
does
Oh,
He did look. He did look. Yeah, he did look.
does
and
he
said-
get any kind of props for not denying it, for owning
Yes.
it, I guess?
It was, well, here's the thing. It was funny because when I brought him in, why didn't he just say, that was me? I was like, oh, okay. Weird, but okay.
Well, he didn't know you guys were probably going to really double down on it. Like, and you know what I mean? Maybe he thought he could just blow it off and it'd be done.
I thought at first he was lying to us. I thought this Drew's just leaning into this as a joke. But then I
Right.
was like, but why would you lie about it? And then John Senning said he's absolutely not lying. He goes, I know Drew. Drew's telling the truth right now to us. I was like, what?
Okay.
Insane. But also, I didn't want to push too hard. 'Cause
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want those.
Sounds like he did. Hell.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie here, Diz. You oversold.
Why?
You oversold. This is not a heinous crime.
It is.
It is certainly not one of the quote most heinous crimes in CMG history.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit dramatic in the beginning. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, all right.
One of the most heinous crimes.
I mean, if you want to stick to it, you can.
Yeah. I
Don't
do.
get mad at me.
I'm not mad. Why would I be mad?
I don't know. You sound upset that I'm not seeing it the same way you are.
No, I'm not. I just know you don't have bathroom etiquette also. That's fine.
I have all the bathroom etiquette.
Clearly
You got to
you-
remember, dude, I'm still old school. I got to turn around and flush, bro.
Yeah.
You know? I would have known. But I'll tell you what, if you're ever in that situation, the first feeling is panic. And it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're at work or in your own house and you think you're going to have to be dealing with a mess.
Can
Panic
we all
sets
just
in.
admit then, my rule, if worst comes to worst and somehow, some way I got to do what I got to do during my work hours, just go to the first mofo floor. And then all of that is not our problem. Then, or second floor or whatever. Just don't stay on, don't crap where you eat. Isn't that a saying?
That's literally where John Brendan said he goes, I go on the first floor if I
Yeah,
really need to.
that's the rule. I thought it was an unwritten rule. I thought everybody knew it. But in case you don't, go to a different floor, and it's not your problem. I would hope that wouldn't happen. But if it did, it wouldn't be here. Nobody would know. All is well. Not
One
the most
day when you have
human
it like a little time, I don't know if you do it now, I would just sit in the lobby and count all the CMG employees that are walking out of the first floor bathroom.
Yeah. You
And
know,
just
and you got to
everybody-
do that sneaky too. You got to.
Everybody was dumping.
I park on the side, and I'll carry my car keys because I will legitimately. Like today, I didn't crap. I legitimately went to my car, put my lunchbox there, and came back up. So I came inside door. But if ever anything was ever a problem, I would just have my car keys. I mean, like I just had to go to my car right quick, and I'm walking past all of that, so you don't even know where I just came from.
I use the handicap stall too. I don't know if that makes
What's
a
the
difference.
difference? Yeah.
I just feel like it's weird going in those little small secluded ones
When you have the big one there?
Yeah,
And
if-
you know there's no handicapped people around?
Exactly. And then
I
it's
feel
like,
you.
if you're like me, I'm not going to lie. This sounds so weird. But when I go in the bathroom and I know someone's in the stall, I look at the shoes.
Of course.
That's the rule too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
That's what I love about the bathroom here. It's the only thing I love about the bathroom here. We have floor to ceiling door.
Yeah.
You can't look underneath.
See, with the handicap one, you really would have to like angle your head weird to go look under there.
Right.
Whereas the other ones, they're just kind of presented to you. So
Right. All right. Well, so we have the answer to the men's room. We don't have the answer to the ladies' room.
I think she already said it. It's Carmen.
No, I didn't say that. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You said
I
it
will have
wasn't Aunt Kelly. There's only 2 people.
I will have my girls back. Also, in her defense, and not to put her crap out there, but I think
But
she.
I thought Carmen's your girl too.
Yeah.
You
She
threw
is,
her
no.
right under the bus.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about Carmen. I would absolutely not. I would have her back no matter what, because she, once every 6 or 7, 8 or months or something, like she'll be like, I need your help, and I'll come down here, and she will run down there and she will do her business number 2 wise and come back in a span of less than 2 minutes. Like, it does not take her long at all. So I think she has a system and she's aware of what's going on. I truly don't. I believe it was not her in any way, shape, or form.
So then you believe it was Ms. Marconi?
Well, no.
It couldn't be
I don't
couldn't
know
be
her
anybody
pooping
else.
system, but I don't think Ann would do that either.
Well, one of them had to.
If it wasn't you, it had to be one of the other 2. There's no other females in the building.
Maybe someone came in, maybe that we don't.
Right.
You know who else is here really early? And I hate to throw her under the bus because I love her to death, but Heather's here sometimes like 7-ish. Yes, she is. I forgot
Was she
about
there
her.
today at 7?
She was here early. I don't know. I don't look at the clock that much, but she was here early today. But it was yesterday that it was. I don't know.
Yesterday?
I don't know the schedule,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. You don't even want to know.
I don't.
I don't know
Why
how
would I
you
wanna
don't
know?
wanna
Why
know.
would I ever want to know?
How do you not want to know?
Because none of my business.
It is. Who's blowing up the bathroom stalls
Right.
here?
It's everybody's business.
Why do you want to know? What's the difference?
It's everybody's business.
I don't think it's mine.
We work with animals.
Right. We do. We'll be right back.
Now Jamie's been in love before, and she knows what love is for. It should mean a little more.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
Fence Outlet customer Jean said,
Fence Outlet made the process easy. The team was very detailed. My fence was done right by getting all the needed permitting and finding my property pins. I've had so many compliments on my new fence.
go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The guaranteed offer for Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and I'm here in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, what is it about the guaranteed offer that makes selling a home so simple and stress-free?
Selling your home with a guaranteed offer is the absolute easiest way to sell your home. It's all cash, which means there's no loan contingencies, and you can close quickly on your timeline so you can move on to the next chapter of your life stress-free. It's really that simple.
Don't just take our word for it. Mark Spain Real Estate has over 13,000 five-star reviews, making them the most trusted and experienced real estate team in the U.S. Skip the stress, make the most money, and sell your home fast this summer with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get the guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. During the Kia Summer Sales Event, drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia. the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Hey, chill seekers, I've got something mind-blowing for you, and it's the Kava Social Club. If you haven't tried it yet, you're missing out on the Kava and Kratom drinks. They are delicious. It's time to forget the stereotypes. These smooth, flavorful blends are perfect for unwinding after a long day. Trust me, your taste buds and your stress levels will thank you. If you're ready to elevate your chill, head to the Kava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, where good vibes and great people meet. Check them out on all your social medias at Kava Social Club.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Enjoy revved up summer savings at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing, plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Summer is here, and it's time to get your backyard ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica and Dizzy in the studio as always. 800-771-1025 is the phone number if you want to jump in on our childish conversations.
Speaking of which, I have a question.
Which they tend to be. What's up?
I have a question because I got so much flipping crap for something I did recently. I got to see where y'all stand on this because I don't know what's going on in the world today. So Friday, I think I mentioned to you, we went to a restaurant.
Girls' Night Out. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
And we went to a restaurant I'd never been to before. It was in South Tampa, but not that South Tampa. And I rarely go in that direction. So I was like, oh, this will be fun. And I was kind of excited about it. And then I tweeted that I'm going to a new restaurant I've never been to. And I said, but I'm not going to look at the menu before I go. Because I know some people do that sometimes or whatever.
You have to do that.
No, you don't have to do that at all. Ever.
You do, though.
Ever. No, you don't. Because
I
what's
do it
going to
every
happen if you
single time.
don't? What's going to happen if you don't?
Because if I don't, I'm going to get there. And if I'm not seeing anything I'm loving, it could end up being why wouldn't you do it?
Because then
it's simple. You just pull it up on your phone.
No, because then it's a surprise. Then it's like, ooh, what am I going to get? And then the whole, call me old-fashioned, but here's the menus. Do you want to have a minute to look at them? And they bring drinks. And then I look at the menu while they bring the drink and I sip and we're chatting.
Here's the deal, Monica. You're going to destroy and undo everything there is on their menu. Anything that's even remotely got your interest.
Eat your words, fool, because I did not change a G-darn thing on the menu at all. Because if you have the right stuff and you don't put one stupid ingredient in it that messes it all up, I'll order it as is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the menu, and I got there and I looked and I found two things that I liked and I got them both. And I actually tried something new that I'd never had before, and it's it's kind of to me, I like surprises. I flippin'
I don't know.
love surprises. And it's always
I
like,
always look at a menu before, especially if it's somewhere that I've been to before. Obviously, I'm not going to do it. But if I'm going to, well, you know what? I'll say this. Especially if I'm going out with another couple or a group and we're kicking around restaurant ideas.
yeah.
Then I absolutely go in and look at the menus. I find the most appealing and say, "Hey, I'm leaning towards this one. What are you guys thinking?" And then
Then when you get there, you already know what you're going to order?
unless the specials come out.
Lame.
I have something that I'm in the mood for, or maybe a couple of things that have my attention, and then I'll pick it when I get there.
I'm gonna flip
I'll
the
see what
script.
kind of mood I'm in. But I do love a good, when they come out with the specials and something jumps off the special.
So then you didn't even need
I'll
to
do
look
that.
at the menu.
But it's not something that's on the menu.
That's what I'm saying. So
It's a surprise.
looking at the menu was a big fat waste of time. And what I just said
No,
was
because
I like a
went in
surprise.
there. But I went in there loaded for bear.
But
I
also-
went in there ready to go.
For bear. Also, you're saying that, I'll change stuff, which I do. I'm not saying I don't. But you like all the crap. So like you're on the entire menu.
Because I'm not 12.
I know. So you will find something on the menu, one thing that you could eat. I know you will. There's no way you're not, like every single item is going to be no. There's just
Not
no
all
way.
the time. There's plenty of restaurants where I'm just sitting there going like nothing's jumping off the page.
But jumping off the page is not the
And
same
I-
as not liking it or not eating it. Like it's not like the
Yeah,
entire
but I don't
menu is
wanna-
pizza and I'm screwed.
Right, but why would I want to go somewhere if there's nothing off there that I'm really
try
that I would
something
really
new.
be looking forward to eating?
Because you'll try something new and you tell me
Says the girl who tries nothing new.
I tried something new on Friday. Also,
Oh yeah, what'd you try?
There was this fried circle thingy that had what was the
A fried circle thingy. You're gonna have to be a little bit more.
I don't know the name of it. But it had rangoon.
Is it called the ravioli?
No, it was not crab rangoon, but it was something rangoon. And it was good, and I liked it.
Like a wonton?
No, it was more like a bigger it was like a big circle, like the size of like way, way, way bigger than a quarter. Like it was, bigger than a $50. It was like a big circle.
And you dip it in the rangoon?
No, it was all encompassed in the one thing. It was good. I don't know what it was, but it was good. And I tried it without even knowing. And that doesn't matter because
Maybe you should do that a little bit more often. And we wouldn't be here painting you as the girl with the 12-year-old palate.
well, I also have a 12-year-old palate, like literally yesterday.
Right, but now maybe you're growing out of it finally.
Let's not go there.
Maybe you're willing to try new stuff.
Once in a
How about
while,
that?
I was in a safe space with all my girls. They know me. They wouldn't do me wrong.
Got it.
My
Yeah,
point
no.
is, this is your social life. Like we talked about how you don't like to go out to bars or whatever. I don't know what you do for fun, but one of the things you do for fun is go to restaurants
all the time.
So it doesn't sound like it's necessarily all about the food. It's about your socialization with your friends. You went out with a couple, you said.
Right, but the food is a big part of it. You're going to that restaurant because you're
So find out
excited
when you
about
get
wanting to eat something. That's all.
Find out when you get there, and it'll be awesome.
No, I don't want to.
I got so much crap for that. I guess, and I get that it's a luxury, but I don't like depending on it. I'm going to go, put it this way. That night, it didn't matter what was on the menu. I'm still going to hang out with, I'm not going to not go
Right.
because the menu wasn't good and I couldn't find anything on it. So I'm going to go.
Dizzy's also awful quiet. Are you upset that we didn't see the bathroom thing as big a deal as you did? Is that what's going on here?
Because I'm letting you guys discuss something? I don't
You,
know.
but you always jump in. You're just sitting back very quiet. I feel like I hurt your feelings.
No.
I
Sure.
feel like you're reading this completely wrong. I feel like
Yeah.
we forgot about that conversation completely and we're moving on to the next one. I could be
Okay.
wrong, but that's how I feel about it.
All right. I'm not in the room, so I can't read it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
tried to.
Yeah.
But, that conversation was going on for a little while and Dizzy didn't give his opinion. I'm just a little bit surprised. That's all.
I feel like we were both talking a lot.
I don't know if we were.
What are you saying? I was? Okay, then I feel like I was talking a lot. I was explaining the story.
There was another, speaking of being on either side of the argument and back into a bathroom thing, this guy, they put a study out and they said that there's a scientist came up with the proper, I got to see if I can find it here. Hold on. Whether it's toilet paper over or under.
I mean, this is not even a question. And anybody who doesn't answer over is an animal and that's a fireable offense. That would be the most heinous crime in CMG history.
If what?
An under toilet paper roll.
I think we're over. Yeah, we're over.
And you have to
Over
be
is the
over.
first layer in front, right?
It's ready
for this?
Pulling from the top
Now, here's what I like about it. The three of us agree.
because we're right. Because there's
It's
no
it's over.
there's no
However,
other way.
Miss, follow the science. It says here, the position of a toilet paper roll may seem innocuous, but toilet paper trustees have long been embroiled in a heated debate over the proper angle of the next square. There are two types of people in the world: the over devotees, which are us, who hang the roll so that the on-deck wipe is facing the user,
Yes.
right? And the under fans, who position it so that it's closer to the wall.
Weird.
Okay. And it says here, thankfully, a professional has finally closed the book on the matter.
What's
A whopping 250 years since the hygiene tools invention. It says Primrose Freestone, how about that for a name? Professor of clinical microbiology. That's really this guy's name, Primrose Freestone?
I don't know why criminal microbiology makes him an expert, but
No,
okay.
clinical
Oh, okay.
microbiology. Professor of clinical microbiology at the UK's University of Leicester says the somewhat counterintuitive under position is more hygienic and effective, despite the original 1800s patent showing the roll in the more natural seeming over orientation. Quote, for the under position, there is less likely to be whole roll contamination.
Yeah, then I'm just going to be dirty because
I
I'm
guess
not
so.
I'm not doing under. And I need to see this guy's credential. I'm still not a Primrose. I don't care who you are, what your name is. I don't buy it.
Primrose Freestone.
Pass.
How about for some fancy British names?
Oh, is that British?
Yeah, it was from the UK. University in Leicester is in England. In the UK.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be over, and that's just the way it
It
is.
says because it says the under position is less likely to be whole roll contamination. That's because, quote, handling of the toilet roll from the over position requires the user to employ two hands to extract the square. That's wrong.
Oh, jeez.
No, you don't.
Why
You
are
just
you
yank
using?
it.
Why are you turning to
just
the side?
yank
Oh
it.
my God, that's
You just yank it on the over.
two hands.
One hand is used to hold the roll in place so it doesn't keep spinning forward, depositing too much paper, while the other takes the next segment. First off, there's nobody taking segment.
Yeah, no, that's just plain wrong. But
It's
also,
it's
what about
segments.
this person's theory shot straight to hell because at work they're covered in that big old black thing, so nothing's exposed. And I hate
Yeah, but it's people doing it at home.
I hate to break it to you. If I'm at home, there is no gentle tug. It is there's like a whole thing. I'm not just getting a couple squares and being
Well, I
done
think
with
that's
it.
their point. You're wasting toilet paper.
I'm not wasting. I'm not getting my pee on my hands.
Well, you don't need that much.
Yes, you do, especially when there's blood involved. Shut it.
Oh, why do you got to do it?
Because you didn't get the message the first time. I'm going to say it out loud.
You didn't really have to say it out loud. You really didn't.
It's bloody sometimes, JP. There's blood and pee. And
Why
sometimes
are
poop.
you being so disgusting?
I don't know because I've been peeing. I don't know.
Why are you taking that out on us?
It's
What
really-
did we do?
That was really bitchy of me.
Yeah, it kind of was.
And I'm admitting it.
It kind of was.
Not apologizing, but I'm admitting it.
Yeah. It's bad enough I have a daughter in the house
Yeah,
who
yeah,
apparently forgets sometimes that she lives with other people. Although I just got a great text before the show started.
From your daughter?
No, from my friend Steve, who is literally the person I know on this planet the longest other than my family. He was my next door neighbor. We moved into that house when I was 1, and we're still friends. We still see each other.
That's crazy, but okay.
And he does security at my daughter's elementary school.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this guy before. I didn't realize it was that long, but I do remember you saying the security guy at the school.
And today,
I'll text you.
what they do is the graduating seniors go back to their elementary schools in their cap and gown, and they walk around to see the elementary school kids. I don't understand the purpose of it, but that's what they do.
Like inspiration or something? Like, hey,
I guess for the little kids to see, you work hard and, they came from this, they came from here and now they're, getting ready to, go into the world kind of thing. I guess. I have no idea. But he stopped her, he found her and took a picture and sent it to me before the show started. It was pretty cool. It was the first time I also saw my daughter in her graduation gown.
Aw.
And yesterday my wife was sitting there doing while Isabella was out. Apparently, everybody does up their caps now. I didn't know that was the thing either.
Yeah, you decorate the top of it. You better.
Yeah, well,
You
she did it with
bedazzle
she did it with the U Tampa logo.
Oh, jeez.
And my wife was bedazzling
Yeah, there's a bedazzler for sure.
the whole thing for hours. I'm like, why are you doing this for her? Why isn't she doing this? She's like, because I like doing it.
Yeah.
She was happy. My wife was sitting there with glasses on and a spotlight and tools and
She was
glue guns,
crafting.
the whole deal. She was so happy.
She was crafting. She was in her crafting glory. She might just take that up as a hobby once your kids are gone. So you better get used to it.
Yeah, she likes doing that crafty stuff. That's fine.
Listen, I did this when I was younger too. So I don't know if it's an old person thing, but I get down with some crafts sometimes. I really can. I get down with it depends on what you think is
What does
craft.
that
do you
mean?
mean? Yeah.
I get down with the crafts.
I can sometimes okay, so I don't know, I just recently started junk journaling and I've done 2 pages, so it's not like and it was just because I was bored and whatever.
He played you off.
I know. I'm like, I guess that subject's over.
No. No. Just, you guys don't know what the song is?
No.
You'll hear it. Go ahead,
This is
continue.
Genesis.
No.
This is
No. She's Crafty from the Beastie Boys.
I'm crafty. I get around. I'm crafty.
See? She's always down.
never liked the Beastie Boys.
Oh, now that you might as well said I put the toilet paper under. That's some.
I was never a big Beastie Boys fan.
I mean, there's something for
They're
everyone
okay.
with the Beasties.
They're okay. They're good. Just not. I don't like them like Drew likes them.
Well, no, I don't think. I mean, he's an extreme. Like my ex was like Drew. Like they are obsessed and know every word to every album and can give you all. But just the music, you don't have to be that into it. It's good music. Like
I love their hooks. I like when they start rapping. I'm just.
What I like about them is growth. Like you go from their first album, which is sophomoric college frat boy rap stuff, to Paul's Boutique, to Ill Communication, to everything that followed that. Is just constantly different.
I started.
Like you never know what you were going to get on the next Beastie Boys record, which I thought was cool.
I started listening to them, and right around the same time listening to Cypress Hill, and I was
wow.
I was in a Cypress Hill Beastie Boys in a world for a while there, and it makes me think one makes me think of the other.
I'm surprised with those Cypress Hill.
Love Cypress Hill. Not only did I love Cypress Hill,
She loves hits from the bong.
I've been to a Cypress Hill concert, and I will say this: first of all, it was outside. It was like an amphitheater type of situation. It doesn't matter if it was. What would it even be like? They're not allowed to play inside because it was smokity smoke
Right.
everywhere.
What did you think you were going into?
I knew that they like the marijuana. I just didn't know it was going to be. That's all you can. That's all that anybody could breathe in is smoke. It just was the way. Which, by the way, loved the show. Didn't detract from it. Didn't leave or anything like that. But I mean, there's got to be a no smoking section, isn't there? I don't know.
Not there.
I guess not. It was really good. They're really good live. Really good live.
I've never seen them live. I think they did Lollapalooza one year, and I was supposed to go, and I ended up not going.
This was like mid '90s, so they were like, I don't know if that was their heyday or not, but I feel like it was, and it was a good time.
You know what I just
Saw
watched?
the Beastie Boys too.
I saw a clip yesterday from for whatever reason, all of a sudden in my feed is a lot of stuff from Woodstock 99 and Korn at Woodstock 99, and that place just going absolutely like somebody lit the fuse on an atomic bomb. It was so good. It was so good.
I remember that. I remember the Woodstock in, what was it, 94?
Yeah, that was a little bit more shiny, happy people kind of
Yes,
Woodstock.
I
That was a
remember-
little bit more about what the original Woodstock was supposed to be about.
Yes.
And then Woodstock 99, we talked about it the other day. It was like 100 degrees. The facilities weren't working and all that garbage.
Yeah.
And then it was just a powder keg of, we talked about it when Ananda Lewis passed away last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
MTV.
All right, it's JP with Monica and Diz, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back. I have no idea what song this is, so get us out.
Oh, we're leaving this. Oh, look at this. This is perfect. JP Show. 102.5 The Bone. Billy Joel.
You can't put baby in a corner.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. People often ask me why our mattresses last so long. The answer is simple. We build them right. Not only are OMF mattresses durable, they give you peace of mind from day one. When you invest in a mattress from OMF, you're investing in better sleep tonight and smart savings for years to come. No more frequent replacements, no more wasted time shopping. To learn more about the true value of durability, visit originalmattress.com and read our latest blog on getting the most from your mattress investment.
Power up with big savings from Hawkins Service Company this June. Get free surge protection when you spend over $250 on electrical service. You need generator maintenance? You're in luck. It's $50 off this month. Or go big, get $500 off a whole home Generac generator with install. Don't wait until the next storm hits. These offers are good through June 30th only. Call Hawkins today at 813-445-8209 or always online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Mike Calta here for my friends at the Golden Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now you need to get into the Golden Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Golden Diamond Source. They'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Golden Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something. You can pick something they already have. And the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Golden Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Golden Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road, the same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them.
I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We have another shot at the Mike Calta vacay payday that'll come up at 12 o'clock, so about 11 minutes or so away.
I just like that you say vacay.
Vacay payday.
Yeah. Come on over to the dark side. Abbreviate everything. Use acronyms. Let's go.
I didn't write this.
Vacay. You got to say it, though.
I didn't write this, and I guarantee you Calta didn't write it either. I don't think vacay payday came out of Mike's mouth.
I don't know.
Maybe. It might have.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you. I meant to ask you this yesterday. Are there any puff dates? I saw something going on with a juror getting thrown out or something like that, but I haven't been following, unfortunately. And I thought I was going to really be all in on this thing, and it turns out I'm just not.
Dude, a little puff date with Garrett.
I made a little image for it. It's weird because when I put it into ChatGPT, I'm like, make it funny and, make it be puffy related. And it said, it doesn't, the terms and conditions won't let it do it.
It doesn't have the rights to the music.
Well, not even just that. I guess because of the court, I'm like, include court stuff. And it's like, I can't do that. You're trying to get my boy in trouble. Can't use those images, dog. But yeah, so one juror got dismissed, juror number 6. And it was because of basically he wasn't being completely honest with them when they were questioning stuff.
The way I started to read the story was basically he ratted himself out.
Well, what did you see?
Something about a text from a phone number that he didn't know, asking him if he was juror number 6.
Well, from what I saw, it was him alluding to where he lives, and he wasn't really honest with that. And it turns out he's not too far from where Puffy was from, so they thought he might not be the best person to be on the jury, especially because he lied about where he lives. I guess he used his aunt's address or his mom's address, and also that he lied about where he worked. It turns out he works in a prison, he's a prison guard type thing.
Oh,
but he didn't say he was that, so they're like, well, you just been lying, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So they got rid of him. And, Puffy's team was trying to say it was because he was black. You're trying to get rid of one of the only black people on the thing. But, no, it's because you lied. The guy lied. He can't be trusted. Why would they keep him on the jury?
So I'm assuming did they try to go for a mistrial? That's why they have the backups, right? The backups have to sit there and listen to everything. And
exactly.
So basically somebody's getting pulled up from the practice squad?
Yeah, there were 6 alternates. 2 are women and 4 were men.
Oh, can you imagine you thought you were done? I escaped that one. Oh, crap. No, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Well, they're there no matter what, aren't they? They have to be because they have to be there for all of the testimony.
Yeah, because they can't then come in the middle and be like, all right, well, here's what you missed.
Right. That's
previously on the Puffy case.
Right.
No.
So now the practice squad has got to sit there the whole time and most likely not have their opinion matter. They just have to sit there for it. But now somebody's getting the tap.
Yes.
They're calling for the bullpen.
Which is awesome. That's what
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then apparently in the trial, well, not apparently, they showed the Freakoff tapes.
No way.
They showed the Freakoff tapes. And
no way.
People were losing it in court. They said that, you have to watch. But, people were trying not to watch. Like a lot of people were wincing and like trying to like look away, and the judge and then would have to stop it and be like, "You absolutely have to watch all of this. You can't choose not to watch it."
Did they blur out people's faces?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it was just the unfiltered. Like they probably cut down the time because they said the films were about like 11 minutes each.
Okay.
To all
11
the way.
minutes. What's
Well,
this not a
so
free?
then
Well,
it's at-
listen, 11 minutes all the way up to 39. So there's different amounts.
So you told me 2.5 hours. I ain't impressed with any of your freak offs.
So they were watching all that, and there were women
God, I
like
can't wait till you get back in the game. You're going to be so
so
disappointed.
disappointed.
So disappointed.
And it's like you're proud of the disappointment. Just step
but
up your game.
I just can't wait to be right. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. So are they talking about famous people in the freak off videos?
Oh, they haven't said that. I don't think they're allowed to say
Come on.
what was in the tapes yet, because
I see Leo DiCaprio walking around the beach with his 19-year-old girlfriend. Do you see that?
no, he's definitely someone that would be on those tapes though.
100%. There's videos of him all effed up, sitting there smoking a butt in the corner, and it's Diddy and a bunch of other dudes, and he's a mess. You can see it in his face. He's a mess. But now there's stuff. I guess he's got a new 19-year-old.
Yeah.
He's been walking around the beach with.
And don't forget, Puffy said Leo's his favorite guest at parties.
Right.
Remember he said that? He goes,
That means he likes
who
the
would
stuff.
be your favorite guest? And this was way, way before all this stuff came out. He goes, Leonardo DiCaprio. He didn't even think about it. He immediately said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo's probably like, this is a place for me.
Yeah.
We gotta do this every week.
And
So
but
they're
Leo
watching.
was-
Are they watching people get? What are they? I need to know. What are they watching? What are they watching besides an orgy? What are they watching?
I imagine it's stuff that's like, oh, I didn't know people have sex and do this type of stuff during it. You know what I mean?
Are
Like,
they using funky objects in special places, or are they like hanging from things, or are they
I'm saying,
wearing
are you
costumes? What's happening?
What do you think? It's like Eyes Wide Shut kind of thing.
I never watched that movie.
Yeah, you should watch that. It's pretty decent.
Will I masturbate to it?
Yes.
You think so?
Put
You
it on
know,
the,
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
I did.
I mean, you did.
Of course, I did.
From what I remember, it's just like a lot of like you don't see a lot in that. They allude to it, but you don't see a lot.
Oh, you serious?
From what I remember, because again, little perverted kid heard what this movie was, and I would fast forward to find like nipples and stuff.
Yeah, it was a regular movie, so it's not like you're going to be watching a porn.
Well, I didn't know that as a kid, but like,
but the whole orgy stuff, and there's setup, and there's topless, and there's bodies, and there's all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I totally did. But, what I'm saying is, are you seeing the drug use? Are you seeing people being forced to do things where it looks like it's against their will? Are you seeing somebody in one mental capacity and then a few minutes later in a completely different mental capacity? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like most
That's
of the
what I want to know, what is being seen on those tapes.
90%, if not more, I think they're drugged up to the point where like no one's forced in a sense. If that makes sense? Like they're so drugged out, they're out of it. It's not that they were forced into it. They were kind of like more tricked. You know what I mean?
Well, you have plenty of people whose testimony, tricked maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, that's being forced into doing something you don't want to do.
Because the
Being
Puffy
tricked
things,
into it.
they're all like, well, you liked it. You enjoyed yourself. You're on camera enjoying yourself. And then the other people's side is, well, yeah, but I was drugged up. So, like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, I was enjoying myself because I was so drugged out of my mind.
Yeah.
This obviously felt good to me at the time, but
And I
did not
give
want
myself-
that. Yeah,
And I didn't give myself those drugs.
exactly. So I
That's the
imagine
thing.
it's like a lot of that, a lot of people doing weird stuff, and unfortunately to say it, probably some people in there that you look at it and go, are they of age? Is that person
So
of
I've been
age?
watching a couple of former mobsters, Michael Francis and Sammy Gravano, have been kind of doing some play-by-play, like reading the stuff from the jury and from the court case and all that, and kind of talking about it. Both of them say they're not. While it looks damning and it looks horrible, and it looks like Diddy's a bad person, they're not proving racketeering.
I've heard that so much from so many different people.
They're not proving RICO. They're not proving a criminal empire. They're not proving that. They're proving he's a scumbag. That they're proving. They're proving he's a bad person, but they're not proving criminal conspiracy, racketeering, part of an ongoing. Because who else? And they made a good point. Normally, when there's a RICO case, you have numerous people that are on trial. You have numerous people that are named as part of the criminal conspiracy. And in this case, it's just him, and they're not proving it. So multiple people are saying, like, there's a good chance from what's been done so far that the prosecutors aren't proving the case against him as far as the RICO case goes.
Yeah,
and he
well,
can end up
We
walking
also
away
haven't
from it.
heard.
Another Puff date when it comes to this stuff. Remember there was this guy who got caught who was known as like Puffy's drug mule that they caught?
The kid early on. What led to the arrest?
Yes. So he was caught trying to go somewhere on Puffy's jet. Yeah, and
Right.
they grabbed him and they're like, look, you work with us and you come to court, we'll drop all this stuff. So if he ends up working with them and going into court, they're going to be able to prove a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll
when it
see what
comes to
happens.
that.
We'll see what happens.
Because, you would think that the guy would say no because he knows how much money Puffy has and they don't really have much on him, so he'll be taken care of. Whereas if he flips and goes and speaks, he might have a lot of trouble coming his way.
Not too many people will say no when they're looking. We'll tell the government no if they're looking at 50 years in jail, especially that kid.
They said 50? That's how much it was?
Well, he can be looking at decades in jail, whether it's 20, 10, 20, 50,
Yeah.
That kid doesn't look like he's going to be able to handle 15 minutes in prison. He looks like the only guy I could possibly beat up if I ever ended up in prison.
You hope he's in prison for when you're there.
Let him be my cellmate.
Why are you beating people up?
You have
let's
to.
just.
For survival.
I guess a prison, when a women's prison, if I were, God forbid.
Same thing.
So hot.
Same thing.
That's not.
You forget that grandma that got in trouble here for killing 2 of her grandchildren,
Yeah.
she got turned out in prison immediately.
Well, isn't it?
And-
isn't it some weird moral code of people in prison that you don't f with kids, right? Like kids crimes are wrong. Like I think
Right.
that's like a thing, which is weird because you guys might kill people and that's okay, but just hands off kids. But I wonder if would I have to kick someone's ass too? Like, would I have to fight, or is it more just let's
I know you want to think prison is a shiny, happy place where people go to get reformed. It's not.
No. You're dealing with the worst of the worst.
I know that's what you want to
But
believe.
a women's okay, so women in prison, are they all like fighting each other? Are they divvied up into racial groups? Are they
Of course.
stabbing and shanking and
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in my head it's really just okay, do you want to,
You
eat
think
some-
it's, hey girl, let's go get some lunch today.
No, I was thinking
Right.
more like, do you want to eat some fish tacos or you don't want to eat some fish tacos? And that's pretty much it.
Wishful thinking.
Okay, I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't
I don't
think
plan to be
anything's that
there.
easy.
Don't want to be there.
It might even be worse than that in some cases because in the male prison, there's not a big jump from the biggest guys to like the normal people. Whereas in the girls' jail, the biggest girls in there is probably a big jump away from the normal girls. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So they stand out.
I have focused all of my energy on, because I'm so very interested in all, like in prison and all of the subculture and all of that. I focused all of my energy on male prisons. I've never looked into women. I'm on a mission. I'm going to go
Did you ever
straight
see
to the
Orange is the New
library.
Black?
No.
Did you ever watch that?
Never
you
have
should.
I.
You should watch that.
But I mean, is that true? It's TV.
I mean, it's based off of a lot of real
Yeah,
stuff.
you should watch that. You would probably really like that.
Like obviously it's there to entertain you, so it's
Yeah.
not exactly like that. But I think you would learn a lot about this
Yeah.
stuff and be like, oh, I never knew that.
How the hierarchy works.
It's
What if I
about
give
like
you
good
what if
2
I give you-
seasons.
What if I gave you $1,000 to do it?
Oh, is it that time?
Tis the time.
Stand by. Okay, I have it this time.
We ready?
The Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. This hour's keyword is
Key. The keyword is key. So now all you got to do is go to the free 1025 The Bone app, put in the word key, and you have a half hour to do that. So you have till 12:30 to get the word key in there, and then if we call your name, then you will be in the running. And at the end of the day, after the at about 5:30 or something, we'll pick one winner from today, and that winner will get the $1,000. Your next shot at the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday will be in approximately 1 hour at 1 o'clock. It's going Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. So once again,
things.
the word is key. What?
First of all, I first thought, he figured it out and he knows that's awesome. And then I thought, well, he's probably reading something. And then I thought,
I spoke to Mike yesterday.
good for you. I'd still kind of confusing, but good for you. And then also, they gave you too much to say. They gave you a 36-second bed, but the first 8 seconds are the intro of it all. So how do they expect you to say all of that?
I didn't even hear the rest of the bed.
Oh, it was playing under you, but then it ran out.
I didn't even hear it. That's all right. No biggie. As long as I got the word out, that's fine.
Yes.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, hour number 1 in the books. We'll be back with hour number 2. Be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
Well, you've only been with one lady.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, a loser.
That doesn't make you a nerd or a loser.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think that's a sweet story.
I've been with her a long time.
But I don't think that makes you a nerd or a loser. If you've locked in, you've locked in.
I think it makes you a nerd and a loser. How you like
that? Listen to the Mike Calta show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone.
Or anytime with the full show replay.
On the free 1025 The Bone app.
Feel the spark after dark at Busch Gardens Summer Nights. Florida's best thrill rides every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through August 10th. Stay for the new Drone Show Spectacular with an explosive firework finale every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights on the festival field. Listen for your chance to win passes to Busch Gardens Summer Nights.
When it really matters, choose Farah & Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop during the Kia Summer Sales Event. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota has an unbelievable 30-year anniversary sale. You buy one, you get one 30% off for replacement windows and patio doors. They are affordable, they are thorough, they are efficient and polite. You will love the work they do for you in beautifying your home. Renewal by Anderson, bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet? Just $116 a month. All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones. All certified diamonds, too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have until June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love with 0% financing store-wide for 5 years till 2030. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
It's win or go home in the playoffs, but not for new customers at Hard Rock Bet. If your first bet doesn't win, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100 to try again. Playoff hockey, playoff basketball, WNBA, UFC, and so much more. Plus, get ready for a summer full of soccer at Hard Rock Bet. All you need to do is go and download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet and start betting today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
At Bernetti PA, if you've been injured in an accident, we make it quick, easy, and convenient to hire us. You can rest assured that somebody is on your side. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Looking for top quality fencing in Florida? Fence Outlet has been the state's fencing expert for over 30 years. With 8 convenient locations, we offer a wide variety of styles and colors to enhance your property's security and curb appeal. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey guys, it's a cat named Mo, and for the past 10 years, I've been talking about the Centers for Men's Health, better known as C4MH.com, which has been the leader in low T care for the past 15 years. C4MH.com leads because it's a local medical practice, not one of those slick national franchise T clinics that pop up overnight. C4MH leads because it has no financial contracts, no upfront treatment payments, and no added cost treatments. C4MH leads because we fully disclose, and I say we because, again, I've been with them for 10 years, the affordable pricing. There are no hidden surprise costs. The slick pop-up clinics pricing is nowhere to be found, and then come the contracts and high-pressure upselling. C4MH leads because 18 West Coast Florida locations only treat you with pharmaceutical testosterone and never the cut rate compounded stuff the other clinics use. So when you want affordable, safe, convenient, low T care, go to C4MH.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go! Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go!
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this. Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Monica, do you want to tell them that you were just getting turned on during the commercial break, or should I do?
It was.
That was pretty good.
It would listen. It's different because there's music and it's weird now, but at that time there was nothing in my headphones.
Speak for yourself, by the way.
Drop the music down. Let's play this bitch.
There was nothing in my ears at all. My left headphone was on, and all of a sudden I heard. I was like, "Whoa, wait, what now? Who's that?
Right.
What now?"
Did you get a little damping, a little panty
No,
pudding?
there was no damping. It just took me by surprise.
Little panty pudding?
No, that's not a thing. Pudding? I don't need any kind of pudding in there. That's disgusting.
Check this out. Tell me if you're buying the story. Barbara Streisand, she did an interview for whatever reason with, I think it was the New Yorker over the weekend. And they started asking her questions about an affair, not an affair, a relationship, a rumored fling with Warren Beatty back in the 70s.
Who the hell's Warren Beatty?
An actor.
Okay.
Very from before. He was acting while I was a kid, but he's 88 now. Right?
Okay.
So but he was huge.
Yeah.
He was a huge, like old school Hollywood royalty kind of cat.
He was like a looker back in the day.
He was probably the Brad Pitt before the Brad Pitts.
Okay. I'm with you now.
Right. So, and he had a huge career, and I guess it was rumored that they had a fling during the 70s. So she does this interview with the New Yorker that came out over the weekend, and she's saying, quote, "I know I slept in bed with him, but I can't remember if we actually had penetration."
Oh.
She said, I swear to God, I can't. There are certain things that I block out. Now, anybody buying that story?
No, not at all. You will remember if you had sex or not. Absolutely remember.
You know what's funny is in my life, I may have forgotten about
people you hooked up with. But once someone
correct.
says...
But once somebody says, you don't remember you banged her? I'm
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Like, but it's not like I'm going to remember a moment, but not remember where it went to.
Exactly.
That's why I don't think I'm buying that story.
There's 100% times where I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. But it's not because I just blocked it out. It's just, I just forgot.
Right.
But once
you
like you said, once you remind me, or like maybe something happens, I was like, oh, you know what that reminds me of? I actually did sleep with this person. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be like, I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's a yes or no, easily.
So in a moment where, in this case, we do not have shoddy journalism, the reporter tried to double down and pressed her about whether or not she had ever slept with Warren Beatty. And she says, but I know we're still friends, and every year on my birthday, he calls me, and we have a wonderful talk about our lives, our children, and so forth. So she just tried to, so we're still friends. I met him when I was 15 years old, and he was 21, I think, and blah, 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 blah. So she just tried to deflect out of the story.
He was 21. He was definitely blowing that back out.
And she was, well, that's when they met.
Oh. Okay.
That's when they met.
Was she ever a looker?
It all depends. She never got, she's got a schnoz.
Yes.
But she never messed with it because she was afraid it was going to mess with her voice.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she was always afraid that if she got her nose done, that it would somehow affect her singing voice, and to her that was a non-starter.
I'm looking at photos of her. She didn't look terrible by any stretch of the imagination
No.
when she was younger. But for some reason, there's photos where she's probably in her 40s or something. Looks a little better there. For some reason, the age did pretty good to her at a certain time. It looks like.
Right. I can't believe she's 83 now. You know, she's
83?
Yeah. She's part of the reason why concert tickets cost what they cost. Because when it was like her and the Eagles at the same time started charging astronomical numbers for tickets, and people bought them. Like $1,000 a ticket to see Barbra Streisand, to sit in the upper deck at Madison Square Garden.
You know how I feel about that. Don't do it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But you can, when it comes to how did ticket prices get so out of control, you can easily take the laser pointer and put it right between her eyes.
I don't think it's. I'll say it again. I'm not saying that she's completely blameless, I guess, but it's not her. She can charge $1,000, and then nobody went to her concert. So I guess I have to charge $200 now or whatever.
Right. But it was, her concerts were a rarity. It's not like she was somebody that would always go out and tour every summer. Like a Steve Miller Band or something like that, where they're going out every summer, or Def Leppard, where they're going out every summer no matter what.
I think it's the people's fault.
She would, it's kind of both. It's her people, her team, her promoters threw a lofty number at the wall to see if it would stick.
And someone stupid
And
paid
it
for
stuck. And then all the other artists were like, well, if she can get that kind of money, we could certainly get this kind of money.
But also all the
And
other
now
artists.
that's where the ticket prices start before they get to the secondary market.
Which is crazy because nowadays we don't, to me at least, there's no one worth the ticket prices now. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
There's no
saying.
MJs. There's no Freddie Mercury's. There's
Barbra
no
Streisand's,
There's no Prince. Yeah, there's none of that now. Bob Marley's.
For the most part. I'm wondering, what's going to in another 10, 15 years, right? When all these classic rock bands are all literally gone, nobody's on the road anymore. Who's going to be filling these venues?
All the bands. that
Because
are there
pop
now.
music is a lot. I mean,
The country artists.
probably.
Right now, that's the biggest
that is
genre
true.
right now.
Probably, yeah.
I've said this.
That makes good sense.
Yeah.
But how many big major artists are out there filling the venue? I feel like you have.
I think you'd be surprised.
More than a handful. More than a handful, but not a truckload.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
it's the same ways in the 90s to the early 2000s, hip hop just took off and they were selling out arenas, and it'd be like you thought there was only maybe 5 artists that could do that, and they had 20 that were doing it. I think country's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
You
but
think
now
there's only 3, and there's 20 other bands and artists that are selling out arenas and stuff like. Well, maybe not.
Here's
arenas,
the
but big
difference, though.
venues.
So you take classic rock artists, right? And those artists made such a connection with their fans that a lot of them go out every summer, every other summer, or some of them are still active and putting out music and going out based around album tour, that kind of thing, and still drawing 10 to 12,000 people, right? How many classic hip hop artists go out without it having to be like an 8-artist festival kind of thing?
Like festivals are a thing.
And
too,
fill up a room. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about like current hip hop artists?
I'm talking about classic rock bands still go out and draw 10 and 12,000. A lot of them do, right? A lot of them do. But it can't go on much longer. Like Raj went to go see, and Raj went to go see
the Doobie Brothers.
Well, he went to Doobie Brothers, but he also just this past weekend went to go see Ringo Starr's All-Star Band.
Oh, they're coming to I think they're coming to the town.
That dude's 84 years old, man.
Yeah, well.
He's 84. So
Got it.
what I'm trying to say is, and he's actually, obviously from one of the first original classic rock bands, which would be, the Beatles and Stones. But what I'm saying is they're still going out and they're still doing it in big numbers. Those classic hip hop artists don't really tour all that often. And if they do tour, it's like some LL Cool J driven kind of thing where it's a lot of them on one bill.
Yeah, it's a 90s throw. There's been a lot of 90s. Like, there's something coming here, and all I know is I'd just go for SWV, but it's like SWV, I don't remember the other, but there's a whole bunch of old school 90s artists. Yeah. And listen, we're old. We want to go see that nonsense. So, I think it's a successful situation.
I think it's because those older hip hop things, they're not as good as going and seeing the classic rock because they're getting older, the classic rockers, but they're still hitting instruments and still doing their thing. Whereas hip hop, you're just rapping, which is dope. But like once you get older, your stage presence is probably gone, so you're probably just rapping in one place. It's
but you would think the fans would want to still come out and see it.
Nah, if I don't want to go see old hip hop guys.
That's the difference in the audience. And that's the difference, I think, in the music connection. That's why I'm saying in 10, 15 years, when these classic rock bands, who's filling all these rooms?
Yeah.
Who's filling them?
Are you saying
you can have the country artists, but how many of them are on tour at one time? To where you have places like The Sound, who have a concert series during the summer, or the AMP that have a concert series over the summer. Where are these artists going to come from without these classic rock bands filling it up?
I was watching on Netflix actually this past weekend the Travis Scott thing, the Astro World thing.
Yeah, I saw it. It's called Trainwreck, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
it's the same people. It's under the same series as the thing we were talking about the other day with the we talked about it
Woodstock?
earlier actually with Woodstock 99. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as good as those things because honestly, the story could have been told in like 30 minutes. The only interesting thing
this could have been an email.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a meeting that could have been an email.
Yeah. The only interesting thing was how they explained what happened with everyone getting crushed. And essentially it was because he had this one big stage and they didn't plan for everyone because he only had one stage that only he could perform on. No one else performed on it.
Right.
So everyone that was camping there was already there. Then everyone who was coming from the other stage came over and like crowded the left side, which was like where all the people like suffocated. And then they said at the Travis Scott thing, people would break into his concert. It was that crazy that they were like, all right, 50,000 people max, but they were upwards towards like 70,000 people there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they just got suffocated. And it was pretty interesting to hear the whole dynamic of like how people tried to go alert the people working, and everyone was like, shut the F up and watch the show, dog.
Yeah, they weren't really paying attention.
And
I know.
one part where they're like, Travis, when his apology said he didn't know, when he literally stops the show and goes, hey, everyone be careful down there. All right, here's my next song.
Oh, my God.
Just starts performing all over again.
We got to do some Dead Guy here.
Oh.
By the way, hour number 2 of the show is brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. And Dead Guy is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. So I have here a dead woman in the envelope. She's an actress, white American woman, actress. I would say she's probably best known for 2 TV roles. One geared probably to the older end of our audience and another to them and our age, me and Monica, and Diz, probably you as well, okay? White American woman, actress, best known for 2 television roles. She had a movie career, but the 2 television shows are really what kind of put her on the map.
Was she hot?
No.
Ew.
No.
Was she
Definitely
known? Was she known as a funny person in her roles?
I know one of her shows came from funny, so I guess you can. I would say this: the role Diz that you best know her for, and that I best know her for, was not a comedy role.
Okay.
Was not a comedy role. 800-771-1025. That's the phone number. So your yes or no questions. One more time. White woman, American woman, 2 television show roles are really what people most know her for. She did have a movie career. She did have a huge television career. But those 2 roles, and she was also theater and all that kind of stuff. Bunch of award nominations, a bunch of awards that she's won, Primetime Emmys, Golden Globes, Screen Actors Guilds, that kind of stuff. No Academy Awards. 800-771-1025. Your yes or no questions. You ask a yes or no question, you get a yes, you go again, you get a no, we move on, you put all the clues together, and someone's going to win some cool stuff. All right? It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Are you ready to go from looking for a job to landing a career? Hillsborough Community College has the tools to reach your goals. Our fast-track workforce training leads to exciting careers with competitive salaries. You'll find accessible, affordable programs with convenient schedules that fit your needs. Our dynamic learning environment features expert faculty and leadership opportunities. It's time to change your life. At HCC, we'll get you there. Register now at hccfl.edu.
The guaranteed offer for Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's That's 866-CALL-MOE.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County, right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who has not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
All right, stay guy in the envelope, 1025 The Bone. 800-771-1025 is the phone number. The clues you have so far, you got a white American actress, probably best known for 2 television roles. One, you would really know on the older end of the audience. And then if you were right smack in the middle of the audience, you'll definitely know the second. You probably know both roles. 800-771-1025. Let's go with the first one. Brian, line 1. Go ahead.
Hey there. Was this lady in a comedy show?
One of them was a comedy.
Can I just give you my guess?
You can try.
B. Arthur.
I knew I was going to shatter his dream right there.
It felt very obvious to me.
Huey on line 2. Where did you think she was born, Huey?
Wait, all right. Was she born in Massachusetts?
She was definitely not born in Massachusetts or Massachusetts.
Well, stop.
Whenever he calls and said, "Hey, this is Huey," I start typing, "Was he?" Or so funny he said that.
Jesse on line 3, go.
It's gonna work one of these days.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, well, the first guy actually took my guess, but was she in Smokey and the Bandit?
Nope. Mike, line 4.
Yeah, I was thinking B. Arthur also. So.
And to everybody else dialing.
Let's let 30 seconds pass. It's not B. Arthur.
It's not B. Arthur.
I mean, that's I can understand how they might come to that conclusion. Nope.
Ooh, ma.
Nope.
Jock, line 5. I know it's working.
Did she die in the 2000s?
Did she die in the 2000s? Yes.
Is she in the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Come on.
I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not the case. Who are you thinking?
Was she in MASH?
In MASH? No.
Yeah, TV show.
She was not in MASH.
Sorry.
Ooh, sorry. Justin, line 6.
Was
Was she in Murder, She Wrote?
Murder,
She wrote. Me too. Murder.
Murder, She Wrote. No. She was not. Steve on line 7.
Yes, hi. If she's not from Massachusetts, did she
Stop.
play a house mother in one of the television series?
She did a lot of TV series. So I don't know. In one of the two? I don't believe so. In
was
one of the
this
two big
person
ones?
Charlotte Ray.
No. It's not Charlotte Ray. I'm going to actually have to give you guys a hint here because
Yeah,
I
you
think
are.
this may end up going on forever.
Oh, no.
She died. Dude, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
She died while shooting one of the two shows
Oh.
she was involved with. That ought to do it.
Was that show in the 1970s? Ew.
Not in the 1970s. No, because she had a long career.
Okay, my bad. It's not
So
Pam
then
Dauber.
It's who?
Not Pam Dauber.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Mindy on Mork and Mindy.
She's dead.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh,
Did you just put coke in your nose? What did you just do?
Yeah, she did.
You don't know what I do.
Bump.
What did you just do?
None of your business.
Yeah, don't worry about it, dog. What we do over here in Tampa.
Yeah. I can't share, so. No, it's not her I was thinking of. It was the, was she young when she died?
No.
Okay. It's not the.
This woman had a long career. Okay. She started acting in the 50s.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not.
And she died in the 2000s, and she died while she was in the middle of, she was working on that last television show one of the two most famous shows that she's involved with. Jim, line 1.
Yeah, I'm stumped now. Did she play a waitress?
No. Marcello, line 2.
Hello.
How you been?
Good, and you? Was she born in Illinois?
What else?
Me too. No, she was not born in Illinois.
Okay.
She was not.
All right, thanks.
I'll give you another hint because this is going to go on forever. The last show she was in, which is one of the two big roles that she had in television, she played the mother of the main character who is also dead in real life. Okay? Austin, line 3.
Line 2. Was she in Sopranos?
Yes.
Is her name Nancy Marchand? Sorry.
Yes, Nancy Marchand is the dead woman in the envelope. I had a feeling that was going to be a difficult one. Yeah, she played Livia Soprano. She played Tony's mother. She was an evil bitch, and she got what she deserved, and she's dead.
What's her name?
Your choice. I got Summer of Loud with Beartooth and I Prevail, Kill Switch Engage. I got Monster Jam. I got Next Big Thing Legends. And I got A Day to Remember with Yellow Card at the Amp. Which would you like?
A Day at the Yellow Card with the Amp.
A what?
A yellow card amp.
Okay, you got A Day to Remember and Yellow Card at the Amp, September 27th. Hold on, you win. Congratulations one more time. Nancy Marchand, Tony Soprano's mother.
Who did you? Because I didn't like her, and you're right, and she got what she deserved. I'm not arguing that, but his sister. Thinking about her face just makes me want to punch her.
Yeah.
So who's worse, the mom or the sister?
The mom. The mom.
No, I got to go sister. The sister was so wrong.
It's not by much.
Oh, that stupid effing sister.
The mom was trying to have her son killed.
That sister was just the cause of everybody's problems.
I understand. And then she went away. But can you imagine your mother trying to have you? Well, you can.
Yeah, I can. I'm just used to. That's how moms are, aren't they? That's just how it works.
That's how moms are. Moms always try to organize a mob hit against their own son, who's the head of the family.
Did that show stand the test of time? Can I go watch it now and it's just as
absolutely.
good? Yeah. Are you saying that because you're a little biased, or you truly believe that?
I truly believe that.
I think it'd be interesting. I'm curious as I loved it. It was
Really?
unbelievably great. I don't know if it would. I'm curious. I'm not saying it wouldn't. I would like to know if it does. I'd like you to watch it, and then I wonder if it does.
I think you should have to watch Oz, and I'll watch Sopranos.
Now, what is Oz?
I watched both of those.
Talking
Oz
about
is
the prison stuff. Yeah.
So there's Oz, and what was the other one you said?
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the
but
New
that's
Black.
not Oz is dark. Oz is
real dark.
And what's that on?
that was on HBO, so it's on HBO
wow.
Max. Yeah.
And I will say, Orange is the New Black. At least I watched like the first 2 seasons of that. There was definitely some hot
Yeah, scenes.
Girl on
lesbo
girl action.
in that. Yeah, Laura Prepon, redhead.
The sex scenes in Oz, you'll turn away like freak off tapes.
Yeah, it's bad. That's bad.
You don't want to
There
be
were
watching
no-
those sex scenes.
There are no willing participants in those scenes. Well, let me rephrase that. If there's 2 people, only one of them is willing.
Yes. You should watch it.
Which is that series is probably the reason I fear prison as much as I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, I would die. I'd kill myself in 30 seconds. The minute they sentence me, you all better put me on suicide watch because I'm an Epstein myself. It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Summer is here, and it's time to take that weekend getaway to Vegas or maybe book that Alaskan cruise. But maybe inflation has kicked you right in the wallet. Well, leave it to Mike Calta to cancel his new order of 14 refrigerators just to give you the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Listen for the keyword every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get it and enter it in the free 102.5 The Bone app, and you could win $1,000. That's $1,000 that you can use towards a beach vacation, or to buy your own refrigerator, or to just buy a bunch of beer, stay home, and drink them. You know, like a staycation. It's the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday from 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Yuck. It is getting hot fast, and you know what that means. Time to turn on your air conditioning, and trust me, you want to make sure your HVAC system is working perfectly before even more brutal heat hits. But if you need a new system and you didn't take advantage of Trane's rebate offers before, Climate Design has you covered. Get extended rebate offers now through the month of June and switch out that old, unreliable HVAC system with a brand new one. Earn rebates up to $1,300 off a new Trane system, and Climate Design will match it up to $2,600. Folks, that price cannot be beat in this Florida heat. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and ask to speak to a comfort specialist. You'll have peace of mind knowing your AC is in top working order before you need it. That is reassurance you can feel good about. Visit climatedesign.com or call 727-295-1572.
Take advantage of the Employee Pricing Plus event at Cherry Home Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Tampa is home country. Online at cherryhome.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in nursing homes. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MEGA to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MEGA for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MEGA for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA summer sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PATH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
You know, sometimes little Stevie Wonder is just good for the soul.
I hate that I didn't know when Red Hot Chili Peppers came out with their version. I didn't know it was a remake of this.
Oh no,
I was mad at myself.
I don't think I did either.
Oh yeah, it's not well known then. Okay, I don't feel
No,
so bad.
I mean obviously it didn't take all that long because that was one of those albums. That was Mother's Milk. That was one of those albums where the minute I got it, I was kind of blown away by what I was hearing. So next, I'm listening to it, I'm reading the lyrics, I'm reading the liner notes, and that's when I found out it was Stevie. But we were doing some stuff around the house yesterday, and Sir Duke came on.
Oh, don't even start with Sir Duke. Let's go.
That is a jam right there.
I have a friend who sang that because who doesn't love that song? But he sang it at karaoke, and he forgot how the very end is like him just standing. Oh, this song. That's it.
This is another one of those. Good luck being in a bad mood.
Oh, exactly. Nailed it.
This is one I never got to see, and I would love to have seen him. He came around one time. Well, there was once when he came around where I had the opportunity to go, and I ended up not going, and I kicked myself in the ass for not going because I think I would love to see Stevie Wonder.
He'd love to see anything. So.
Oh, see. Now that's uncalled for.
That was mean. That was mean for the multimillionaire. I'm sure he'll be fine with that joke. Plus, he can see. We all know he could actually see.
Did you ever see? I was gonna say, did you ever see that bit with in the interview with Shaq?
Yeah.
They lived in the same building. Monica, did you know this? They lived in the same building?
Yeah, whatever, conspiracy theorists. Guy's
and
blind.
Shaq
What's the
was just-
advantage of pretending you're blind for 60 years? I mean,
He was getting
Sounds
into
better.
what did he say? He was Shaq was in the elevator, and then Stevie walked through. Stevie Wonder walked in, and he goes to Shaq. He's like, "What's up, Big Diesel?"
Look at him catching the mic.
There's an aura, and
Look, Mike gets knocked down. Stevie catches it. How do you explain that?
he could feel the wind. Like you.
Oh yeah,
They
you know
have-
Stevie.
They have extra heightened senses.
You think that's true?
Yeah,
I don't think
he knew the mic was in front of him, and then he knew it wasn't. Now I don't know what he uses or whatever, but he knew in front of him was a mic, and then his senses.
Yeah, he's like Daredevil, the superhero. Yeah.
I wonder if Elon's company, the link, what's it called? Neuralink. If they make like leaps and bounds quickly in like say the next couple years, and all of a sudden there's a fair amount of confidence that if Stevie got that thing implanted, he'd be able to see. He's at an advanced age, right? He's older now. He's got to be damn near 80, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So you got to wonder if he'd
Yeah,
be
you're
like,
right. 80s, I would say.
Would you go do it? Like to all of a sudden
75.
to end. That's it. I thought he was older than that. To end your life with sight at 75. Let's just say it happened in 2 years, and he's 77 years old. The guy had, in 77 years, lived more lives than a whole bunch of us put together. Do you then roll the dice and see if you can live, say, your last 5 years, maybe 82, maybe 10 years, with vision?
Well, what's it encompass? In other words, okay, so here's the implant or whatever it is. Is there a lot of the physical therapy or whatever? In other words, am I going to spend a year and a half of those last 2 years just trying to get slowly eased into and get my eyeballs acclimated, and I don't know what's all involved? In which case, now I'm good.
Right. But worst case scenarios, you're in the same place where you started. You don't see.
Yeah, but what
You
is
know what I'm
the
saying?
work
It's not
involved?
like he's
Is it
going to have
painful?
to. It's not like you're going from paralyzed to having the ability to walk, and now you have to go through all that physical therapy of learning how to walk again.
Yeah, but you have to get your. I feel like it'd be worse because your eyes. You can't just all of a sudden They've all been not had light, right?
Did you ever see? Would you ever see that kid? It was a young kid who couldn't see. He had like thick glasses. No, excuse me. He couldn't see at all. Like he couldn't make anything out, and they put glasses on him for the first time. And then all of a sudden he lit up because he was able to see, and he went and he started crying and hugging his parents and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, he's like a baby. You mean?
He was a young kid.
Yeah,
he was a young kid.
saw
I
his
don't know if
kids
he was
for
a
the first
baby.
time.
Maybe
Like a
you're right.
toddler?
And no,
Like
it
5
might
or
have
something.
been 3,
Okay.
4 or 5 years old or whatever it is. And then all of a sudden they put these glasses on, and he just like immediately his eyes took, and he was able to see. So I don't know, Monica, if
but
that would
that's
be the
different.
case. I don't know that it wouldn't be the case. I'm just saying, even if it was okay, you had to go to physical therapy, you had to do some sort of therapy a couple of days a week, but now you can see.
What's the pain whole involved and
Who
of
knows?
taking?
I
Yeah.
can't tell you.
And
I
putting
couldn't
on
tell you, but
glasses is different than operating on the eyes.
it's not operating on the eyes.
What if
It's
like,
it's putting a chip in the brain.
he gets
Ugh, brain
the
surgery.
implants and then he finds out, oh, you guys told me I live in a mansion, and they only really gave him a
Right,
house.
they got him. They
and
got
just
him in
walking
Motel
in
6.
circles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I got news for you. The minute he made that decision to go get the surgery done, there'd probably be a whole lot of people panicking.
Yeah. They're all telling him, "Oh, listen, science isn't there yet, Stevie. It's, almost."
I don't know what
Hang
his
on."
wife looks like, but what if like he saw her, he goes, "Man, you said she was a model. Like,
Yeah.
you lied to me."
All these years, I thought I've been driving around in a Rolls Royce. You guys had me in a Hyundai?
Yeah.
That ain't right. Y'all fired. Yeah.
He sees his dreadlocks, the 3 hanging on. He's like, "Why didn't you guys cut this? I look like an idiot. Why would you let me do this?"
They did have his hair in those.
Crazy.
Yeah, they had those the braids with the beads, and
Yeah.
that was a look in the 80s, right?
But no, I'm talking about like recently. Like I saw him at
Oh,
some
really?
award show, like I don't know how many years ago, but like his dreadlocks were like 3 strands and they were hanging on for dear life. And I remember that was a big thing on social media. People were like, "Who's on his team? Why would you allow this? Cut it, man. He can't see how bad that is."
Yeah, that's it does feel taken advantage of a little bit.
They saving on barber costs. Like, yeah, we handled it.
Yeah.
You can't take advantage of a blind person. You certainly can't take advantage of Stevie Wonder.
I'm wondering why this is not coming up on my phone on
What?
the artists. So I had the 2 Stevie Wonder songs there.
Sir Duke was.
But when I look under artists, Stevie Wonder's not listed. How's that possible?
Maybe they don't. Maybe there were like Prince wasn't on Spotify for a very long time.
Yeah, but
this is the same guy who couldn't figure out his Instagram. So.
Oh, that is true.
I'm guessing it's a years of error again.
No, I'm telling you, these are albums that I bought. I bought that. It's like a Stevie Wonder Essentials kind of thing.
How come? And I'm not trying to be mean.
Here we go.
But how is it that you can't work things? Like, what is happening that you?
I gotta agree. You're kind of.
If you have an album and you know you have the album, you should be able to find it. And if you can't, that's a you thing, not a phone thing.
What I think it is an iTunes thing. Because what iTunes also does is, before when I was playing the Foo Fighters, it had the Eminem artwork.
What year is it?
On the Foo Fighters song.
Why are you using iTunes?
Because I've had these songs most of these songs I've had for years. And when I buy new music, if I buy an album, I buy it through iTunes, so it's all right here on my phone.
Things?
Because I still like to support music.
Just stream. They get money off the streams.
Yeah. Go talk to them about how much money they make off the streams.
I'm not saying they're making a ton. Like, listen, are they living are any of these artists living in the poorhouse and can't pay their rent? They're making money off the streams. You're still supporting them.
Why do you hate them so much?
I don't hate anybody.
You got to rob everybody.
Not robbing anybody.
Cheap bitch. You heard me.
Unnecessary roughness. That's in 7 minutes, someone can register to win $1,000. Hey-oh.
In 10 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? 7 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want more Stevie.
Yeah, Sir Duke is the way. You had Billy Joel and Sir Duke.
I have everything in here.
And Beastie Boys you played earlier.
I'm telling you, I got everything in here.
I'm just happy listen, I found some good music when Brett used to play hard stuff or whatever. But I dig the variety of this show, music-wise.
Well, that was by design.
I like it.
That was by design.
So now you can play Michael Franti.
Because I didn't want it to mimic exactly what the last one was.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Huh?
Bare Naked Ladies, Michael Franti, Mariah Carey.
Let's not get crazy.
Prince
we can do. What I've learned about Prince, though, is a lot of the songs don't have good intro stuff.
Yeah, that might be true. Color Me Bad.
Okay. That's it for us.
Boys to
John
Men.
Senning is in next. He's going to have another shot for you to get into that $1,000 for today. Again, the Mike Calter Summer Vacay Payday Contest is going to happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays, every hour between 8 and 5. And at the end of that day, around 5:30, a name will be announced and somebody's going to win $1,000. It's only on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Dizzy. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Senning is in next. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Summer is here, and it's time to eat, sip, and bar hop in downtown St. Pete. Visit DTSPSummerNights.com to win a $200 gift card to some of the best hotspots, like Whiskey Exchange, Who's on First, Double and Drop, There Goes the Neighborhood, and Tequila Daisy.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
If ever there was a time to join Achieva Credit Union, it's right now. For a limited time only, Achieva is offering up to a $250 bonus when you open any checking account. Get away from those big banks that you've been complaining about to a local feel credit union with phenomenal customer service and access to new promotional offers, certified financial counselors in every location for free to help you budget, and so much more. AchievaCU.com for more. AchievaAcu.com.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot for $479 per month or a new Honda Accord Hybrid, just $359 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda, online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Where exactly do you think you're going? You're abandoning me, your beloved, exquisitely plush couch. Look, these feet are handcrafted mahogany. Put that Heinekens back. Do you really want to go to that concert? Wouldn't it be infinitely better to stay here with me? Look, I have a perfect imprint of your posterior. Please, don't go!
Don't listen to your couch. Head to a concert with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
WeatherTight Mike, you have a great reputation in Tampa Bay. What makes WeatherTight Windows different from your competitors?
What makes WeatherTight different? Well, we specialize in hurricane protection, energy efficiency, and making sure your windows do their job. Kind of like how I make sure my cookies never go stale. We focus on quality and performance, and unlike my gym membership, we actually show up when we say we will. And let's be honest, the only thing tighter than my windows is the waistband on my jeans after a box of cookies.
He'd be terrible at spotting you at the gym, but he's great at protecting your home. Don't mess around with hurricane season. You know Tampa Bay has a chance of getting hit every year, and you want to be as protected as possible. Be proactive and call WeatherTight Windows today. Simply go to WeatherTightWindows.com and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show, and let Mike and his big bag of cookies come over to your house and take care of your home and get you ready for hurricane season.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic Quarter Pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here. 3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it.
down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
We go now live.
This is where we live.
Are you ready to get your world rocked?
That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
Now,